Hey everybody, it's 1 o'clock and it's Valerie R. Brooks with Valerie R. Brooks Real Estate and Business Academy. Today I'm going to get real with you about something that doesn't get talked about enough, and that's the mental state of real estate. I have coached countless of realtors, and many of them, I would say 95% of them, and maybe you too if you're watching, have experienced mental distress in this profession. And I'm sure all professions, especially small businesses and sole proprietorships and LLCs and things like that. Real estate isn't just about properties. And I say this all of the time, it's about people. Because again, properties can sell themselves. And I have recognized through my coaching and through my own experience and my agent's experience, buyers and sellers are highly emotional. And we as agents become the target of that stress and all of the stress and all of the high emotions. And as agents, we become, we're the captain of that ship. We're the captain of the airplane. So anything that goes wrong, it falls on us, even if it's not our mistake, or if it's not our change of the course, or if it's not our challenge, because we're the focal point. And that's why it's no surprise that we feel all the weight. Um, I had a little experience yesterday about that, and I'll tell you guys about it later. It was experienced through one of my agents. But I'm just going to go over some of the little known facts about the mental state of real estate. And I also did a survey last week, and I received some questions about this subject. And this is what I'm going to share that, and then I'm going to share the questions on the survey. And if you guys have any more questions that you may want to ask me, feel free to. But here are some, not all, little known facts about the mental state of real estate. Number one is emotional overload. The real estate journey is deeply personal for clients, which means agents have to absorb their emotional highs and their emotional lows. And again, they may be having problems within their own personal arena. And a lot of times it comes out on us. Now, I'm being very real today because it's very important. And I was told just last week, Valerie, I listened to your lives, but I need you to be real like you normally are. So from this point on, I'm going to be real. I had an event on Sunday, and I was real because the real you, the raw, unfiltered you, is beyond amazing. People love authenticity. And I'm going to tell you from this point on, I'm not going to hold back. I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to tell you all of it. And also, it's in my book. And I'll tell you some more a little bit later. But again, when we take on the personal journey of the clients, we invest. Really good real estate agents, we invest in our clients. We give them our all. And sometimes clients, I don't want to say, oh yes, I do want to say, sometimes they don't understand, and it's not all of their faults. And sometimes clients are intentional. I run into them all. But I would say that 95% of my clients were absolutely wonderful. But there's that 5% that can treat you like the hired help, and nobody wants to do that because of the fact that real estate is such an open market. That number two, personality juggling comes into play. So each day, as I said, we, some clients treat us like the hired help, and we deal with clients with unique personalities, okay? From the shy to the high strong, from the client we have to pull things out of, to the ones that want to tell you how to do your job. And every personality, it impacts our mental bandwidth. It's not easy. And I think people misunderstand how deep real estate is. And I just want to implore to buyers and sellers and those that are investing in real estate, you want somebody who's going to invest in you, but you should treat them well. People often say, you're just in it for the money, or and what I've seen and from what I've heard from my different agents, sometimes they use the term as they treat realtors like used car salesmen. It's not that. I promise you that. You got to realize, sellers and buyers, it's one of the biggest investments you'll make in your life. So when you choose a real estate agent, you need to choose one that you respect, that you trust, that you know is to be dependable, or that has a high recommendation record. You don't choose them because they wear pretty shoes. You don't choose them because they wear nice suits. That is not how you choose them. You choose them from their professional reputation. And realtors, you need to go in with a professional reputation, with a professional interest. You need to make buyers and sellers feel comfortable. And we have so many different personalities, and there's a range of personalities. You have your narcissist, you have your overworked, you have your micromanagers that are used to micromanaging everything. And we become, number 3, targeted stress. And when agents become the focal points for clients' expectations and frustrations, which can easily translate into personal stress, we bring that stress home a lot of times, until agents learn how not to. A lot of people can go to their jobs and it's 9 to 5, and they can get off. And leave it there. Realtors can't do that. Even the best realtors have a hard time doing that. And that is one reason I created the course that I'm going to tell you about a little bit later. And besides sellers and buyers, there's a competitive culture out there, the high stakes competitive environment in the real estate, and that can intensify feelings of burnout and strain on mental health. It really does. I read this article not too long ago, and I should have brought it here. I'll bring it to you next week. I can't remember what it was, but it was a great resource. And I don't know if many people may or may not know this, but real estate agents, they rank in the top 5% of most top 5% of most jobs that encounter very high stress. Tatiana says greed is a problem also. It affects doing great business with people get greedy. Tatiana, you know what? This is what when I coach my realtors, this is what I say to them. Don't proceed with your transaction because you have a bill to pay, because you will do anything to get to the closing table. Is that something you're talking about, Tatiana? Because realtors have to go in there with a sole focus on real estate. You can't, real estate for your clients. You cannot go in there because of your needs. And I think that's what happens sometimes in the culture. I don't know if that's what you were talking about, Tatiana, but let me know. Respond to your text. And this is another thing. Unpredictable work patterns with commission-based, and people recognize commission-based. I've been successfully in this real estate industry for 26 years. Throughout those 26 years, 3 major downturns in the real estate, and I never had to get a job within 26 years because I learned how to navigate personalities and I learned how to take great care of my clients and I learned how to recognize emotions. Okay? So, Becca Woods, what are the effective ways for real estate agents to set boundaries and to avoid overworking? Whoa, that's a great question, Becca. Um, realtors need to prioritize specific work hours, utilize client communication tools, and don't hesitate to step away for breaks to recharge. I always let my clients know, especially when I was fully involved in selling, coaching is quickly taken over. But I always tell my buyers and sellers what days I'm off, when my cutoff time is for business. And let me tell you this, realtors, when you let clients know, they appreciate that and they respect that. I'm going to go into, let me find the questions that I received on um, in the survey. I'm looking at the survey. Y'all should have had it in front of me. Uh, what are some common sources of stress and burnout in real estate, and how can they be managed effectively? Okay, that's similar to what I just answered with Becca. Common sources include client expectations. So how do you combat that? You set the expectations when you first meet them. Okay? You set the expectations when you first meet them. We have forms that can just tell you step by step what to say. What to present. But we also have many, many coaches, many, many classes on setting expectations. Okay, another source includes market fluctuations and commission pressure. Now, effective strategies include mindfulness. You have to stay present to what you're doing. Okay, you have to set boundaries and focus on small, controllable actions daily. But you tackle that biggest one first moment you step into the office. Always knock the elephants out of the way. Just knock them out. And once you do that, you will probably experience a much better day as it relates to your workload. The other question I have, wait a minute, how can developing a positive mindset help agents handle rejection and setbacks? Whoa, that's a good one. That's a really good one. Okay, how can we do that? First of all, we have to start with the positive mindset. And that allows agents to see each setback as a part of the journey, and they have to stay focused on long term success. I'm in the middle of a huge commercial property right now. Right now. And the sellers, we've had to, due to certain changes on one end, I've had my clients to ask me, Valerie, how do you deal with this if you're working with more than one clients? Because we've had to change closing dates. We had some issues with the restrictive covenants. It's a lot that goes on in commercial real estate. And I've learned that I really love commercial real estate. But my answer to them was, I've learned how to strategize. I've learned how to time block. I've learned how to work with people. And one of them is three of them that I'm working with. One of them said, I know you can work with my sister and brother very well, and I know I can be a tyrant. I said, I'm glad you know you can be a tyrant, because yes, you can. I agreed with her. She started laughing and she said, I'll work on that. You know, if someone's giving you a hard time and they admit that they're giving you a hard time, don't say, no, it's okay, because it's not okay. And once you let them know in a very kind and tactful way, they'll get it. They'll get it. So I have another question here. In what ways does work-life balance affect overall performance in real estate? Let me read that again. In what ways does work-life balance affect overall performance in real estate? Haha, I got the answer for that one. I go backwards and forth on whether or not you can have a balanced life. Now, I cannot say that everything will be balanced, but I think you need to prioritize your balance. And I always think my family comes first. Okay. And I think a balanced life leads to better client interactions. I think it increases energy and it sustains passion for your work. So, therefore, we talk about this all of the time. You have to take time out for self care. I don't care if it's in the middle of the day. If you have a 2 hour block, schedule a massage. If you have a 2 hour, I mean, we're always busy. I get that. But everything is not now, now, now. I remember when I first started, there was this gentleman that told me, I think I had been in the business maybe a year, and he said, Valerie, I am getting out of this. And I said, why are you getting out? He said, everything about real estate is now, 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 now. He said, and I can't be now, 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 now for everybody. And that made me think a lot. That made me think a lot about it. And I said, how can we combat that now, 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 now? You set boundaries, you set balance, and it's not the easiest thing to do. But if you choose this journey, you got to choose to work this journey the best way you can. And I'm going to tell you this: balance, boundaries, and what's another word to start with B? I can't think because that sounds good. Balance, boundaries, and I don't know. I'll think of another word, but increased energy. You know, I learned that I needed to work out not only to keep my weight in order because I'm a straight foodie. You know, if I have a lull, I'd rather call a friend and say, "Hey, let's go to lunch," and eat comfort food. So I had to learn. I had to kind of overlook that and say, "Oh, I can go for a walk," or maybe you go to the gym and walk on the treadmill, depending on what's going on at that time. You have to find out what works for you to increase your energy. And I have another question. Tanisha said, I'm considering commercial real estate. Tanisha, it's great. The thing that I like about commercial real estate, Tanisha, is exactly what we're talking about. There's less emotions. There's less emotions. Not saying that residential is the worst thing ever because I did it for 26 years and I'm still doing it. I had 2 closings yesterday. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually 4 because I had both sides of both. Okay, and it was a very emotional journey for the seller, but everything turned out okay. Mishaps would happen, and you just have to know how to handle the mishaps. Now, commercial, we can talk about that more later if you'd like to. I'm hoping my team put a link on there that can lead to the website to get more information, or join me on Instagram, Valerie R. Brooks Real Estate, and then just shoot me some questions. I'll be happy to answer them. But congratulations, I love it. What tools or practices can help agents manage the mental pressure? Did I just read that? Mental pressure of commission-based income. That's a great question. My mother, to the day she transitioned, worried about me being on commission-based income. Although she knew that I had been in this business 26 years, she knew that I only had one other career that I had a W-2 for, and that was years as a flight attendant. I only had 2 careers, as a flight attendant and owning my own real estate company. And I love real estate. I was in it for the business. So I would tell her, Mom, I'm okay. I'm okay. I kind of notice when you want to go shopping, you kind of stand back when it's time to get the shopping paid for. So obviously, you know I'm doing okay. But commission based is really not easy because you really, if you don't have a pipeline and if you don't have a database, which I teach you how to do that as well. I always had a consistent pipeline, and I never, ever, ever got a lead generation system. So I'm going to tell you what tools and practices can help agents manage the mental pressure. Financial planning, okay? creating multiple income streams within real estate. You can explore the many forms until you if you want to stay in sales, but consider some people love property management on the side to have a steady drip, or you can start investing yourself, buying and flipping homes, and then you'll have more in your arsenal. You'll have more experience with real estate, and you can even teach your buyers about investing. Every time I mention that to any of my clients, they get excited. And setting realistic financial goals, they're essential tools for managing the stress. Okay. We can get into that really, really deep in a conversation. So I'd love for you guys to connect with me on Instagram. Every social media for Valerie is Valerie R. Brooks Real Estate. And Valerie is spelled with Valarie. Or ValerieRBrooks.com. I would love to talk to you guys. Especially, this is my favorite topic. Well, I can't say that. I have so many favorite topics, but my two favorites, my two tops are the mental state of real estate and the different personalities of people. It sort of all blends into one thing. But I decided to talk about this today because it's time we address it. I saw a video of an agent not too long ago, and she made a video and she said, and she was so sincere. I could tell she knew her business, and I loved her open and honesty. I can't remember. I think she was on a podcast maybe or something like that. And she said the real estate can strip your confidence. And I wanted to get to her to ask her what she meant by that. And I haven't had the time to reach out to her yet, but from what I can assess, I think she means that sometimes when you try very hard and enough doesn't seem like enough, that can strip your confidence. And that's in any relationship, professional, personal, any relationship, when enough doesn't seem like enough. And also when you don't get the appreciation you know you deserve. Sometimes you hear your clients thanking the attorney, thanking the lender, uh, thanking the inspector, but you may not hear your client thanking you. But you also have to realize they may not say thank you to you, but just think about some of the things they say, like, "Oh my God, you did such a great job," or "Wow, that's a wonderful way to look at it." That's their way of thanking you. So everybody may not say thank you, okay? But just don't take it personal. You can't take it personal. And it's so much that goes into the mental stress, the mental side of real estate. And that's why I'm launching a dedicated class on the mental state of real estate. It's a part of my Bold Builders, and it's designed to dive deep into these challenges and provide tools to thrive. I'm now a behavior specialist. I'm now a certified transformation coach, and of course, a real estate coach. So I sort of intertwine it, and it's very, very exciting. So, ValerieRBrooks.com. Just click on the link to my website and opt in, and we'll send you information about the courses. And let's not just talk about surviving. We want to thrive together. Okay, we're going to address all the issues on Val-Talk Live, and I'm going to be real and I'm going to be raw each time. Okay? So thank you, everybody, for joining. I appreciate it. If you have any questions, just shoot me questions via DM, LinkedIn, social media, any social media, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. I'm now on TikTok. You can DM me on all of them. And my team, let me tell you, my team is awesome. They'll make sure I get the questions, and we'll get that on the next Val-Talk Live, because you guys sort of send me in the directions of things we want to talk about. And I can go deeper into this if you'd like. Just let me know. I'm so thankful that you showed up today, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Make it a good one.